Hello everyone. Today we are going to see in the segments part how to close, delete, rename the segments, and also we'll see the visibility of the segments. Let's start with first point, that is closing a segment. Now, what do you mean by close? You know what is a segment, right? A segment is nothing but it is used to display a file, and that file is displayed in a modified way according to the wish of the user, whether the user wants to see the whole picture or whether the user wants to see part of the pictures. Okay, now the after creation we will see how to close a segment. Once a segment is open, we can enter the display file instructions in it. Okay. Once a segment is set to open, you can go on adding or you can enter the display instructions in the segment. So the entered commands are then associated with the open segment. That whatever the commands are entered in that particular segment, they are associated with that particular segment only, because that instructions are corresponding or it is relating to that given particular segment itself. After completion of entering all the display file instructions, the segment must be closed. This is a very obvious point. Once you finish all your operations or after you finish entering all the file instructions, the segment must be mandatorily or compulsorily get closed. To close a segment, it is necessary to change the name of the currently open segment. Now, this is a very important point. If you want to close a open segment, a currently open segment, if you want to close that segment, then it is necessary that you have to change the name of that the segment that is currently opened. Okay, so it can be achieved by changing the name of currently open segment as 0. Now the segment with name 0 is open. That means unnamed segment is open. You have changed the currently open segment name. That is, suppose there is a segment which is open, okay, and you are giving it a name as 0. So 0 means what? Now that the segment with name 0 is open, so that is nothing but a unnamed segment is open. So if there are two unnamed segments in the display file, one has to be deleted. Suppose there are cases that at times there might be two unnamed segments. There might be two unnamed segments that might be already present in the display file. So it is necessary that you have to delete one segment. So we'll see now the algorithm for close segment. What are the steps? Check whether any segment is open. The first and foremost task is to check whether any segment is open. Okay. If no, display the error message, no segment open, and you can go to step number 6, that is stop. Then go to step number 2, change the name of currently open segment, say 0, that is unnamed. As we have discussed just right now, you have to change the name of currently open segment. Then delete any unnamed segment instructions which may have been saved. Suppose there are cases that there are unnamed segment instructions that have been saved. Okay, so you have to delete that. That is, initialize the unnamed segment with no instructions. So that the meaning of this third point is there should be a unnamed segment that has no instructions present in it. Now what are these instructions? I will tell you in one example. Initialize the start of the unnamed segment at the next free storage. Whatever is the segment that you have initialized with the new name, it should be at the start. I mean, it should be at the next free storage area. Whatever will be the next immediate free storage area, it should be present over there, or it should be initialized over there, that is present in the display file. So the meaning of point number 4 is initialize the start of the unnamed segment at the next free storage area in the display file. Whatever is the segment, the segments are always present in our display file. So once whatever you're talking, whether it is deletion, closing, renaming of a segment, it is, that means this is present, this all segments are present in the display file structure. Then fifth point, initialize the size of unnamed segment equal to 0. Now, as you want to close the currently open segment, you have to rename it, change the name to 0. This means that you are changing the, or you are initializing the size of the unnamed segment equal to 0, and then just stop. Just remember, close segment is very easy. With the segment that you want to close should be open. If it is closed, then only you can, sorry, if it is open, then and then only you can close the segment. While closing the segment, you should always change the name of the current segment that you want to close, and then initialize the size of the unnamed segment to 0. There is one example I will show now. See over here. See, create segment. This is the instruction. Okay, you want to create a segment, name 1. So the name of our segment is 1, and you want to create a segment that will contain instruction duck. Okay, duck means what? It is telling the machine that you have to draw the picture of a duck and then close the segment. See, while creating a segment, what was my name? 1. But while closing it, I have renamed it. I have not given it over here 1. I have just written close segment. So the above example will create a segment with name 1 which contains the duck as outlines. In this picture you can see there is a picture of a duck, that is outline of a duck, and in this particular segment the duck is drawn. Similarly, the trees are also drawn with the particular segment. This pond is also drawn with the name of that particular segment. This mountains, whatever you want to draw in a given frame, you have to draw with the help of creating a segment and then give the instructions. See, like create duck, create segment 1 duck, close segment, then create segment, you can give 2 tree, then instead of duck, the in segment number 2 tree will be drawn. Then suppose like you can get create segment say 17 and give the instruction over here dog. So in the segment number 17 dog will be drawn. Okay, and then close segment, the name should be changed while closing the segment. Then next is deleting a segment. This is very easy. When we want to delete a particular segment from the display file, then we must recover the storage space that is occupied by its instructions and make this space free for some other segment. In simple terms, meaning of delete segment means what? If you want to delete any particular area of a segment or regardless the whole segment from a display file, because where is our segment stored? In a display file. Then what you have to do, you must recover the storage space that is occupied or that is captured by that instructions. When you recover that space and make that space free, then and then the segment can get deleted. Okay, to do this, we must not destroy and reform the entire display file, but we must delete just one segment. I repeat, if you have to delete or destroy the particular segment, there is you need not delete the whole display file, but you have to delete only that particular segment while preserving the rest of the display file, and the other part of the display file will be saved. The method to achieve this depends upon the data structure that is used to represent the display file. So how this can be achieved? With the help of data structures. Okay. Data structures means what? Your linked list, arrays is nothing but a data structure. Here we have to use arrays to store the display file information. What is array? Array is nothing but a collection of similar data types, and also it tells the position at what position the data is to be stored, at from which position the data is deleted, and so on. So arrays are very simple to use and easy to maintain the storage of the information. Likewise, use of arrays makes the recovery of storage space occupied by the segment very easy, because I told you right now they are very easy to maintain and they are straightforward. Arrays are always straightforward. However, using arrays is not as efficient as some other storage techniques such as linked list. Now, you must have studied in your data structures arrays and linked list. Linked list is a better technique than arrays because sometimes there might be some situations where arrays are not that much fruitfully working. So in that case, you use linked list. So we'll see over here. In case of arrays, the gap left by the deleted block. Okay, suppose you want to delete block number 2, that is segment number 2. When you are using array and you are deleting the segment number 2, then what will happen? It will, the block, deleted block is filled by shifting up all the segments which are following the deleted segment. So this is illustrated in the following figure, which shows the display file contents before and after the segment deletion. So there are two pictures, before deletion and after deletion. Before deletion you have 1, 2, 3, 4. How many segments are there? 4. And the rest is unused space. But when you perform deletion for segment number 2, what will happen? See, segment number 1, segment number 3, segment number 4 and the unused space. So this gap, segment to gap is uplifted and the next following segment, that is segment number 3, is shifted in the upward direction, that is next to 1. So this segment to gap, instead of keeping it empty, it is shifted, it is filled up by shifting the next following statements in the upward direction. Okay, so what is the algorithm for delete segment? Read the name of segment which is to be deleted. This is very important. The segment that you have to delete, you have to read the name. That means the system should know what you have to delete. Check whether that segment name is valid. If not, display the error message, segment not valid, and then you can go to step number 8, that is stop. Check whether the segment is open. If yes, display error message, can't delete the open segment, and again you can stop. See, there are two conditions if you want to delete a segment. First is that the segment name should be valid, that is it should be present in the display file structure. If it is present, then you can delete it. Or the second condition is, if the segment is currently open or it is in use, you cannot delete the particular running segment. Okay, so this is very important. Now the fourth step, check whether the size of segment is greater than 0. So what do you mean size is greater than 0? Whenever you initialize a segment, it is always set to 0. 0 means what? There is, the segment is empty, nothing is present in the segment. Suppose if you go on adding instruction like create segment, duck, this means what? Then you are changing or you are enhancing the size of the segment from 0 to 1. Suppose initially the segment size is 0 and I have added an instruction create segment 1. From what will happen, the size of the segment will change from 0 to 1 because you have added certain instructions into it. So the point number 4 meaning is that the segment size should be greater than 0. If it is not, if it is not 0, then processing is required as segment contains no instructions. And then go to step number 8. This is very simple. If the segment size is not greater than 0, directly go to stop. Then statement number 5, shift the display file elements which follow the segment which is to be deleted by its size. You have to just shift the elements. Okay, elements that are contained in the segment, you have to just shift them so that it is to be deleted by its size. Point number 6, recover the deleted space by resetting the index of the next free instruction. Point number 6 means this, see, you have to recover the deleted space. In this, what you have done, you are recovering this deleted space. Suppose segment 2 is deleted, so this you are recovering this deleted space by setting the index position. Okay, and index position means what? You are shifting the index position in the upward direction. So point number 6 is telling you recover the deleted space by resetting the index of the next free instruction. Then point number 7, adjust the starting positions of the shifted segments by subtracting the size of the deleted segment from it. Point number 7 means you have to just adjust the position. After the segment is deleted, you should keep into mind that no free space should remain or empty space should remain. So accordingly, you have to adjust the position of the shifted segments by subtracting. How you are going to shift it above or in the upward direction. So you're going to perform subtraction of the size of the deleted segment. Okay. Then the last step is stop. There are some points now in deleting a segment. What are those points? We'll see. When we want to start a completely new picture, we have to delete all the segments. This is for sure. Completely new picture will contain new contents. So you have to start it very freshly. One way of deleting all segments is to delete them individually. If you want to delete the segments, then delete them individually so that there will not be any confusion. This approach is independent of the data structure used for the display file. This approach is independent means what? Accordingly, you can decide which part you have to delete. So this is nothing but a independent approach. Okay. A more efficient approach for our data array data structure is to simply set the size value of all segments to 0 and initialize the next free space as the first location in the display file. See, the very easy way is that you have to set all segment equal to 0. When is the segment size 0? When there is no instructions present in it, means what? The segment size is 0. So that's this means, this means what? The size value of all segment is set to 0 means your instructions or your segment is cleared and there is no other unnecessary data. Okay. And similarly, what you will do, you will initialize the next free space as the first location. The next free space will be assigned as your first location in the display file. Then next is renaming a segment. Renaming a segment means what? Changing the current name and giving a new name to a segment. We can display animated character on the display by presenting sequence of images. You can see in cartoon movies, the animated characters are displayed on the screen, okay, in the sequence of images. Means what? One is sitting, one is standing, one is running, and so on. So this means what? Each with a slightly different drawing of the character. Means you're changing the phase, running phase, or you're changing the standing phase, or you're changing the sitting phase of a given particular character. So this means what? You are renaming it. Okay. Let us assume that we have a segment in a display file for animated character. Consider any character. Then to display a new image in the sequence, we have to delete the current segment and recreate it with the altered character. This means what? Suppose you want to show there is a dog and that dog is in a running position. Okay, when the dog is in a running position, it will create its different motions. First, his left leg will be in a forward position and right leg will be in a backward position. But in the second phase, his right leg will be in a forward position and left leg will be in a backward position. So this means what? You are recreating and altering the character. Okay. Then the problem in this process is that during the time after the first image is deleted and the time before the second image is completely entered, only a partially completed character is displayed on the screen. So this is actually a issue or actually a problem while renaming a segment. When the first character is deleted and the second character is entered into the segment, the whole image is not getting displayed, but a partial image is getting displayed on the screen. So we can avoid this problem by keeping the next image ready in the display file before deleting the current segment. So this is a very good idea. Instead of making the image ready at runtime, keep the images ready in a segment. Okay, in a leap of segments, You keep all the sequence of images ready, and so once the next image is ready in the display file, what you have to do, the next characters are already set, and then before deleting the current, the next image is set to be displayed on the screen. This means that both segments, the segment which is to be deleted and the segment which is to be replaced with, they must exist in the display file at the same time. So the partial difference will be subtracted only when both that image that is to be deleted and the image that is to be replaced are present at the same time in the same place. So this will avoid this problem, or this issue will be resolved. So this can be achieved by creating a new invisible image under some temporary segment name. So you have to create a new invisible image. The image that is not visible when a current phase is running, but the image is made visible when its turn approaches. Okay. So this invisible images are stored in a temporary segment, and you can give a name to that temporary segment. So now when the current segment is deleted, we can make the new image visible and rename it with the name of a deleted segment. So what you have to do, the image that is stored in the temporary segment can be made active once the previous or the current segment is deleted, and you can give the name to the image that you want to make it visible with the name of a previous segment. That is, if your previous segment name was dog, you can delete that, take the image from the temporary segment, display the image from the temporary segment and make it visible, and then give the name to the new image as dog again, so that the renaming task is completed. These steps can be repeated to achieve the animation. So the idea of sorting two images, one to show and other to create or alter, is called as double buffering. This idea of storing two images, that is, one you have to show and other you have to store in a buffer or you have to alter, this is known as double buffering. So what is the algorithm we'll see now? Check whether both old and new segment names are valid. If not, display the error message, not valid segment names, and you can go to step number 6, that is stop. Check whether any of the two segments are open. If open, display the error message, segments still open. This is very important because you have to check whether the any of the two segments are open. If any one segment is open, the task cannot be accomplished. You have to close and step by step open one segment at a time. Okay. Check whether the new name we are going to give to the old segment, the new name that we are going to give to the old segment, is not already existing in the display file. Okay, so this will, what overlapping of names will take place. But if yes, there are some cases that if by chance you give a name that is already existing, that what happens? If yes, then display the error message, segment already exists, and then the step will not be accomplished, it will jump to stop phase. Okay, so name overlapping, you have to check whether old and new name should not be taken or should not be overlapped. Okay, so copy the old segment table entry into the new position. So always you have to copy the old segment table entry. In the segment table entry, what is there? The table segment table will contain the names that were previously used, that are being used, and etc. So after going through the segment table, it will be easy for you to give the name to the new positions, and then delete the old segment and new segment will come into practice, and then you have to stop your renaming process. Now we'll come to the visibility part. Visibility part means what? Whenever we want to display any picture or image on the screen, we have to create the segment for various parts of the picture. See, one picture, one whole picture you can display at a time, or you can display that particular picture by creating various segments also. So why are these various segments created? So that it will be easy for you to make which part visible, which part invisible. At that times, this is very helpful. And we have to set attributes for them. Okay. Attributes are nothing but its shape, size, color, etc. By setting the visible attribute of the segment, we can decide whether to display it or not. Okay, setting the visible attribute means what? I will tell you. There is one statement I have written. It will be more clarified to you now. When visible attribute of a segment is 1, it is included in the active segment. And when the attribute is 0, it is set to invisible or inactive segment list. Okay. Such a segment is called posted segment. Posted means what? It is to be posted. And when visible attribute of a segment is set to 0, it is not included in the active list, and the display file interpreter will skip that segment. Okay. As such a segment is called unposted segment. See, let me clear it once again. When you set the visible attribute to 1, that particular segment will be put into the active list. And when you set the visible attribute segment as 0, that particular segment will be put in the inactive list, or that particular segment will be skipped by the display file interpreter. Okay. So the visible attribute of a segment decides the posting or unposting of a segment. See over here, there are few lines I have written. I just read out. It is very simple to understand. The segment visibility attribute determines whether a segment will be displayed or not. Okay. By default, a segment is created that is to be set visibility true. Means always the segment is first visible. Okay. Now, there is a segment that is create segment 1. Duck, you have to draw a duck and then close the segment, will result in the duck picture being displayed. Normally, the operator will see the picture being built upon the display as each line is drawn. The visibility attribute may be changed by the function. Now, how you will change the visibility attribute? See, it is written set visibility in bracket id comma vis. Id is nothing but the ID of the segment, and VIS is nothing but visibility. So where VIS specifies the visibility of the segment ID, VIS may take the values visible and invisible. Hence, if the program is modified by the insertion of set visibility 1 comma invisible. See now, relate to these points. Over here what was written? Set visibility ID and VIS. So how you will write it? Set visibility. What is your ID? 1. 1 means what? Put in the active list. And sorry, over here there is a different way. Slightly different way is given over here. Your one is your segment ID. That is segment ID number 1, segment ID number 2, segment ID number 3. Over here you have to give the ID of your segment. And this invisible means what? Segment ID number 1 will be invisible. So after the call of create segment, the duck will not be displayed on the screen. A subsequent invocation of set visibility 1 comma visible, when you put this next instruction, that is set visibility 1 comma visible, then will cause the duck to be made invisible. Okay, just by changing these commands, set visibility 1 invisible, the duck will be not visible on the screen. And when you change set visibility 1 comma visible, the duck will be visible on the display screen. Okay, so the visibility attribute is particularly useful for controlling the display of messages and menus. Okay, typically each message will be put into a separate segment, initially invisible. They are put into separate segments, initially invisible. So as a message is required, the segment containing it is made visible. the very important point is that the separate segments, each message that will be put into the separate segment, it is basically initially invisible, and when it is required, I am talking about messages, and when the messages are required, then and then only the segment will control from invisible to visible mode. We'll see the advantages of using the segmented display file. Why we are using the segmented display files? See, segmentation allows to organize the display files in the subpicture structure. What is the meaning of subpicture? It will contain an image as a whole, or it will contain parts of the image. Like there is a living room. In the living room there is TV, sofa, then ceiling fan, windows, etc. And if you want to just visualize the TV, it can store only TV. If you want to visualize the whole living room, also it will store as a whole living room. Okay, so because of segmentation, we can organize our display files. It is allows to apply different set of attributes to the different portions of the image. It will allow to set attributes to different portions of the image, so it will make our task more easy while segmenting. Due to segmentation, selective portion of the image can be displayed. Means what? You have to just display ceiling fan, then only ceiling fan can be displayed. Segmentation makes it easier to modify the picture by changing the segment attributes or by replacing the segments. We have just seen how renaming, deleting, and by changing this, what we say, attributes, whatever the modifications are altered, it will be more easy to be displayed on the screen due to segmentation. Segmentation allows application of transformation on selective portion of the image. What do you mean by application of transformation? To scale the object, to rotate the object, and to transform the object is possible, or it is can be carried on smoothly with the help of segmentation. So this is it from the segmentation part. I hope you all have understood. Please go through the PPT PDF once. Thank you.